Hi, I'm back with another project that I'm working on in this 1970s book called The New Knitting, Fast, Fun, and Easy. I had already built or knitted a blue vest, and I showed that online. But now I am working on what's called the year-round favorite sweater. And here's a picture of it. Year-round favorite. That's what I'm working on. And the directions are very nice. It shows you how you can design your own, customize your own by putting different button plackets on there or smoothing the shoulders rather than sewing them in. It shows you the yarn that they recommend. Now, this is from the 70s. I don't even know if this yarn still exists, but actually the yarn I'm using is, I'm sure, discontinued. Well, I'm imagining it's discontinued. It's crepe from, it's from Scotland. Now, how good can that be? I had it sitting in my yarn bin for years and years and years, and then I finally decided I am going to try this yarn, and it is really beautiful. Here's a little sampling of it. I'm currently working on the sleeve. This is the yarn. It's a really pretty color of orange. And here I'm working on the sleeve. I've got 81 stitches. I'm using size 6 needles for this, and I'm doing it in stockinette stitch, of course. And I'm going to be decreasing every inch on both sides to get it to be the triangular shape of the sleeves. Now, what I love about this book is it gives the schematic of everything. And here's the schematic of this particular sweater. So the back is just a square. The front, you have to end up doing some dividing in the middle here and then doing some decreasing. And then putting stitches aside to get to later, because you've got these divisions going on here at this point and then up here. And at the very end, you end up having to do a lot of gathering of stitches to get to the point where you've got this spiffy collar on the top of it. I just think it's a very practical looking sweater, and so I'm working on it. So far I have everything done except this is my final sleeve. And luckily I have all the yarn from the same bin. I'm using size 6 needles on this. I had to redo the math because I believe it does call for size 6 needles, but I took a gauge and I realized that I needed slightly different size of number of stitches to get to the correct size that I'm looking for. And it gives it tells you about hints in this book, and one of the hints is this one: edges on stockinette stitch curl up, as you saw when I showed you my sleeve. That's why most sweaters start with ribbing. A few rows of garter stitch will prevent rollover, but it is not stretchy like ribbing. So the ribbing is this down here is your knit purl on every row. You knit the knits and you purl the purls for 2 inches, and then you do the same thing on the sleeves. And here on the sleeves you end up doing a lot of gathering up of stitches to get it to be much narrower at the very bottom. And here's a stitch. Here's the other sleeve which I did, and you can see that at the end that you end up, well, maybe it's not that clear from this. Sorry, it's not that clear. Well, there's my stockinette stitch at the very end of my sleeve. So I can't wait to assemble all this. They say knitters hate to do the sewing at the end, but I find that rather fun. But it's as simple as that, to make your own sweater. So if you ever have a chance to find one of these Florence Temko books, go for it, because they're really good. I think they're really good. And that is the very end of my little talk about the year-round sweater. Maybe I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. Okay, cheers. Bye.